Hello, and welcome to Mitch's mic number 10. We're in double digits now. Okay. This is cool. Haven't done this in a little bit. I seem to be really good at checking in every month. And just once a month. I'm doing a lot with the Podcomic. There's been a lot of writing. Editing, voice work. The voice work I'm going to address immediately. I re-listened to the old episode, the first episode. Not like the prologue, but the first actual episode where there are characters speaking. And I re-listened to it and heard Kaylin's voice on what I did there, and I would just smack my forehead really quick, close my eyes, and started freaking out. I was just like, this is not good. It came across to me as I was like, this is going to be offensive if I keep doing this. It's stereotypically flamboyant gay, and that's not what I aim for that character. I just don't want it to be that way. So I'm going to keep the video up. I'm going to keep that up, but just know that character is going to have a different voice moving forward, because that's not what I did, was not where I want to put things. So there were a couple days where I was just kind of grappling with that thought, and so we're not going to do that. That's not going to be the character. I already put it out there. I don't want to redo it. I already made the mistake, so I'm going to keep the mistake up and just learn from it and move forward. So that's pretty much that on the Podcomic. Stuff's coming out. You're going to figure out something with Kaylin. I'll probably do, I don't know. I don't even know. Just something else. The voice I don't really want to, I wanted to do something close to that, but I may just do something completely different now. So we'll see how it turns out. So the rest of my notes are kind of not terribly negative, but not exactly, well, they're necessary in order to move forward. Basically, we'll just go point by point here of when I wrote them down. It may not be in the best order for conversation, but that's fine. I'll just kind of take it as it comes. So panic attacks, something I'm definitely prone to. The things that stop me from working and the things that stop me from functioning. They used to be really bad. My panic attacks used to be, I would go into a panic attack and it would pretty much send me into first a panic attack that would hurt me or send me into the spiral of thought that was negative, and then just right into a depression that would leave me in bed for the rest of the day. And then I would wake up the next day feeling terrible, but I would be emotionally exhausted, so I would just kind of get out of bed and do what I had to do, because I knew that the last day wasn't great. Now, since I've been going through therapy and I actually started medication again, so they've been better. I usually, if I have them, because usually I have panic attacks in the morning. I think I was overwhelming myself. So then for the next day, I'd be destroyed, because I would wake up rather, expecting to work, but everything would just hit me at once, and then I would just spiral right into a panic attack. But then I'd eventually be able to work my way out of it by, I don't know, if I'm waking up at 5 or 6, I would pretty much work myself into this. Instead of depression hitting, it's more of my panic attacks would just, I would have them in bed, so I would just keep myself in bed and eventually just pass out. So I would then get up at 11 or so until it passes, and then afterward I would get up and start my day. But a lot of the time that would have me not calling into work, because I'd have a panic attack and then just pass out. So it's not good, which is why I'm now on medication to help me through that, because they are better in a sense to where I can function for the latter half of my day, but not good in the sense of it's almost gotten worse in a way of where I can't even call out to work. So this idea of medication to help me, I was grappling with it, because medication is one of the reasons I was prescribed too much, I think. And to the point where I got apathetic. I didn't care about really anything. I talked to my therapist about this, and he agrees. It was probably too much. So the idea of medication is good overall. It needs to be monitored pretty much always. Family and friends, I've been getting them involved, keeping the support group going, and just kind of updating people where I'm at. Right now, I'm not taking a lot. We're just doing a starter thing, and we'll move up as we need to. Yeah, it's been a big issue, but I think I'm overwhelming myself too. So it's not just work, but it's what I do in my personal life as well that leads to these issues. One thing I've been doing for a long time that hasn't been an issue up until probably this past year has been I watch things while I go to bed. And so I'll have things going while I go to bed. And I think a part of that giving me anxiety is that I was working multiple jobs and all this other stuff and talking to friends like less and not having the things I needed and getting all the things that I didn't need. So working these multiple jobs and then coming home to basically all this noise that I would put on that would just overwhelm myself instead of taking time to do nothing, because we all need time to just stop. And I would not stop. I would come home and then either try and work on this or try and work on just whatever else. And I would work myself into these panic attacks. I just, my constitution's weak. I can't handle it. Not working like 60 plus hours a week and then trying to work on things like this and play games with people and whatever else. And it would be, because even playing games, like I play competitive games, so I get in this mindset of work. And when I don't do well, I beat myself up. So it was another small form of work for me. And that's not good. I need more time to breathe, and I didn't give myself that. And then that's why now I've been turning everything off at night and just completely shutting everything out at night. So that way I have just a quiet night's sleep. And that's been working out better. I've also been on a leave from my other job because I just can't handle it. And I don't know if that's really going to work out because like I still feel that panic pain in my chest from this. So we'll see where it goes. The medication I think is going to help if it's just help and I'm not relying on it. And it's more the therapy end of things. And the medication is just another tool I can use. Like before I was just using it, right? Like I got medicated too much because that was the only tool I was using. Versus now I'm doing both therapy and medication, which you should do. Again, yelling at myself, not anybody listening. I wrote down full-time endeavors and part-time problems because it's true. Like multiple part-time jobs I know a lot of people are in this scenario of working multiple part-time jobs. I want one full-time position. That would be very nice, just to have one full-time job and then be able to do this more regularly like I used to do when I started it, because this is something I would really enjoy doing. I like going back and forth with people and I don't know, be very nice. Also, here, I'll get into this little paragraph I wrote, which is the first time I've written down like a paragraph in my notes. I'll just read it out and we'll see if I still agree with it. Wherever I decide to work, it's not going to be fulfilling. When I say that, I mean my full-time career at some place like a grocery store. I may be pretty good at my job, may become amazing at it, but I'll never be satisfied as a creative person. I think the next best thing is being satisfied outside of work and knowing that when work is done, playtime work is waiting and will be satisfying. A lot of people can work 40 plus hours a week and go out to bars and friends and they have a great time and they're happy. I can't be that way. Whatever I need is more. And I already don't agree with that phrasing. I need a way to express myself that is in a creative way. There's nothing wrong with going out with friends and having a good time. It's just most of the time it's not good enough for me. It actually hurts more than it helped, to be honest. And yeah, most of that I still agree with. Yeah, just for me, all the noise isn't good. Like I used to play in bands and stuff, but that was like constructive and I was creating the noise. But like going out to bars and stuff, it's just not really for me most of the time. What I mean by this, because I don't want to like have my friends listen to this and be like, oh, I'm shutting them out. Like, oh, they suck. Nah, let me address that first. I need more ways to express myself in a creative way. I have my friend who does the art for the show. He's very into his art and he does that most of the time if he's not working. He's working on his art. That's what he does. I talk to him every so often, but it's not a lot. And that's kind of more of where I want to lean is like, yeah, I absolutely want to hang out with my friends, but like I want to be doing the thing that I want to be doing. And unfortunately, that means getting a full-time position and doing this. So there is going to be just naturally less time for friends, especially with a significant other and working towards that goal too. So yeah, there's going to be less time for friends, but I mean, they have shit that they're doing too. So it's going to be a little rough because the lifestyle is going to be absolutely more consuming for me. But I don't know. I feel like for me, it's just the point that's going to make me happiest. And that's what I have to go for. So it is what it is. And to the point of work, it's wherever I decide to work, it's not going to be fulfilling, because it's not. Just like working in a place where I can't be completely myself and creative and have to just answer to somebody it's not good for me personally. But in that way, I think it could be easy for me to do, because I won't really care. So answering to somebody will be like, yeah, sir, yeah, it's great, because I won't really care. Like, they want me to do this? Yeah, sure. I'm just there to help out. Even if I become like a manager or something, some kind of full-time position, great, cool. I will do whatever you need me to do, and I'm going to run it the way I'm going to run it. But at the end of the day, that's not my passion. That's not my thing. So whatever they want me to do, sure. In a way, it's like liberating, because that's what will fuel my creative side and give me money for the creative side, and hopefully be able to make something of the creativity. That's why I really like these audio logs, to do these every so often. And I should do them more. Even just sitting around to do them now is awesome. Every time I sit down to do these, it feels so good. And I don't know why I don't do them at least like twice a month on top of other things. I mean, this month, again, I'm grappling with the Podcomic, and I'll get that out, because it's all written, it's all edited. I just have to record it. So it will be out hopefully soon. I have some time, so I'll probably edit that up. It takes so much to do that. So I'll get some kind of rhythm down. And right now I'm using a journal. I'll probably talk about it at another time, but it's specifically constructed to help build a routine. I've never had a routine, so I will see how that works. And if it really works out, I will recommend the journal. If it doesn't, I won't even say what the name of it is, because I don't want to put anybody on blast. But it seems to be working so far. So I just took a little bit of a break from it because I was watching SGDQ. And SGDQ, for anybody that doesn't know, Summer Games Done Quick is a speedrunning marathon that raises money for charity. And they also do Awesome Games Done Quick. One of them, obviously, Summer Games Done Quick is done in the summer. I don't know when AGDQ is done. I have no idea. But they're both awesome, and I'm sure you can look up the schedules because I don't have anything open right now. But yeah, I pretty much, my sleep schedule was shot, and I just had that on all the time, even though I said I was turning everything off to go to bed. I had that going 24/7. I would fall asleep with it on, and I would wake up to it, and it was just constant. Yeah, I really get into those speed runs. Sometimes the runners or commentators can be a little cringy at times. It's not the best as far as commentary goes, but it's a really good, really cool spectacle and an amazing cause. So I have to donate every year, and I do. So it's just really cool. It's just really cool. I am going to be very outspoken about it when it comes around. But what else do I got? Started doing Friday Night Fights, doing Street Fighter V. What else? We have Path of Exile. I haven't been on that train very much, and I should be. I should be on that a little more, but I've been trying to do other things. It's kind of taken a little bit of a backseat because it's not a priority. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so not the most positive Mitch's mic, but turning all these blunders into a positive. There's just been a bunch of mistakes just kind of lead to a bunch of corrections, and then leading to a better person and a better life. And that's just kind of what this whole audio log thing is about, is seeing the progress and moving forward, taking mistakes and learning from them and going on stronger. So I will say again, thanks to Sarah Longfield and the Fine Constant, the album Woven in Lights, what I listen to when I record these. There's just something about it that makes sitting down and recording very serene. Everyone stay happy, stay healthy, drink plenty of water. As always, I still need to drink more, and make good decisions.